In the middle of a Massachusetts blizzard, a Boston police officer was found dying on the lawn outside another officer's home. His girlfriend was charged with hitting him with her SUV, but the defense claimed he was killed inside the house and left outside. What followed was a deeply flawed investigation and a case that divided the country. Tonight, we begin the stories of John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you thought replying to that long-lost partner on Facebook was harmless, stick around. Sometimes it just might cost you your freedom or your life. Fuck you, Zuckerberg. This is Necronomipod.
Karen Reed, the girlfriend of Boston police officer John O'Keefe, was released on $50,000 bail Wednesday, shortly after she appeared in court to face charges related to his death over the weekend. Reed, 41, pleaded not guilty to manslaughter, motor vehicle homicide, and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle collision causing death in Stoughton District Court Wednesday, as new details in the case were revealed. After posting bail, Reed left the courthouse with her attorneys just before noon and did not speak to reporters.
I gotta say, watching this Karen Reed documentary on Netflix, was it Let the Bodies Hit the Floor? Something like that?
That's
Pretty close.
It was a drowning pool joint production.
is that what band that was? Drowning Pool?
I think it was.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Body in the Snow, something like that. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Anyways, fascinating documentary. I think I mentioned last week. I enjoyed that one a lot more than the baby mom killer lady.
Yeah.
Which was just horrible. But I don't think there was one person in that documentary that I didn't want to punch in the fucking face. The most unlikable group of people with those horrible Boston accents.
You just know they're a bunch of fucking angry drunks, too, and they got to be so obnoxious
So loud.
as soon as the second drink goes down their gullet. Just horrible, obnoxious people.
All right, I'm glad you guys agree with me.
Every fucking one of them.
Every person that came on screen, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to punch you in the face. I was waiting for a hero anywhere.
There was one time I had the DD for people like that group, right?
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, God, I wish I was with Mike and Dave. Like I want the alcohol that I need the alcoholism back. I can't do this fucking lightweight shit, man. These people are so obnoxious.
I want to be with my alcoholic friends that can handle their booze.
They're all throwing up out the fucking car window.
Oh, I had 3 Cosmos. Oh, you're a fucking asshole. I saw you looking at that girl. Oh.
Yeah.
That's one of the nicest compliments I ever got, man. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, we're all on the same page with this, I think.
Yeah.
I just watched them in the like the surveillance cam from the bar at the night we're going to talk about in question. The way the body movement and stuff, you know exactly. Like if you walk past them, you'd be rolling your fucking eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I would walk in the bar, hear that, and just turn around and like do like the immediate walk out.
Yeah.
No, thank you. We had this on our list a few times to do.
Man, writer's block on this super bad for some reason. I don't know why.
Is that what stopped us the first time?
Yeah. I don't know why, but we got it done this time.
Nice.
Yeah, we got to go.
All I hear in my head is Henry Hill. Karen!
That's true. Now that's what I'm going to think of. I didn't think about that the entire time.
Sorry, pal.
No. Did you guys rewatch it for this, or had you already watched it like in the past when it first came out?
I watched it in the past, but then I rewatched it for this.
Yeah.
Like when I found out you guys were going to rewatch it or watch it,
I had not. Well, I saw part of it. My wife was watching. I don't watch this kind of crapola.
Crapola, he says. Crapola.
This one, I agree with you. This one's not bad. Most of the ones she watches, it's fucking 8 episodes of an hour each of filler. I'm like, I Google Wikipedia and I already know what happened, and it was not this involved. And the victim's third cousin by marriage once attended college. And
and then it's 20 minutes on that.
Nonsense. It's not relevant. But yeah, this one's pretty good. I agree with you.
Especially for being like a mini series. Like if you tell me it's 5 parts, that's when I'm like, it's going to be the fluff, right?
Yeah.
This wasn't. It moved quick. Those things like 45-minute episodes, they went by pretty good. And Netflix likes to do that roller coaster where it's like they want one episode you to spend the whole time thinking she did it and she's so horrible. Then the next episode just making the police completely corrupt and that they did it. And they go back and forth and back and forth.
I think they're going to be shortening some stuff up though soon. Netflix recently reported to their investors, I think, something along those lines about how everybody's dropping off after season 1 of things.
I saw that too.
So
they're not getting the retention for second and third seasons on things.
And those seasons, like the first couple episodes are getting good reviews and stuff. Just people aren't sticking around. Like
Interesting.
The attention span's running shorter.
They did recently cancel some well-received series, I think. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Or well-reviewed series, I guess.
Are you okay, like with a TV show? Are you okay with just a one season if you know that's what it is going into it?
If it's a limited series and it has some finality to it, I don't like when they cancel it when the writers had a 3-season arc and
no,
you
I
never
mean
get
like
that
if the plan
closure. I need closure.
If like the plan is 8 episodes, you know that's what it's going to be. You're good with that?
Like the Watchmen series, I will submit to you is the best, one season limited series I've ever seen. It was awesome.
But it wasn't a limited series though, I thought it got canceled.
No, it didn't. He had a one.
Oh, I thought you always
arc.
said it got canceled and you were pissed.
He said he didn't want to. He always planned to do one season. No, that was wonderful.
I actually prefer that. Like if you have the story told, just tell the story.
Sure.
Don't try to extend it.
I like coming across series, 4 years later where I sit down and there's a substantial number of seasons where I can get immersed into it. And I just got done watching Banshee, which I fucking love. It was like 10 years old. It was awesome.
What's that on? Or what is it?
Cinemax?
Oh, damn.
Stars?
I
think it was Cinemax.
Oh.
So it's on
It's like a deep cut.
Is Cinemax like in like a Paramount bundle though?
I think it's with HBO now.
So if I have HBO Max, do I have Cinemax? Or do you have to like
This
upgrade
show
like another?
I did, yeah.
Is that what Max is? Is that
Yeah, I think they
Cinemax?
went back to now they're HBO Max again.
It's very confusing.
I know.
Yeah, Banshee was awesome. I loved it.
Okay, how many episodes or seasons?
4. First 3 were great. The last season dropped off in quality a little bit. Still okay, but
So that's what I was gonna say. Like I loved the show Brockmire from years ago.
Yeah.
About a just inappropriate baseball announcer. They had wrote the show ahead of time to be a 3-arc series. Well, then it went so well that IFC, who it was on, was like, no, we want a 4th season. And the 4th season was an abomination.
yeah.
It's like you should have just let the writers knew what they were doing. Just let the story be told.
It's hard to turn that payday down probably
Sure.
for that 4th season. Like, it's going to suck, but I'm going to get paid.
Yeah.
That's like the Obsession kid. He had previously said that was a one-off thing, whatever. And then like that was a couple months ago. And then now he's talking about like series and
Well,
shit.
that's weird.
Interesting.
That kid fucking saw dollar signs, man.
Good for him. He deserves every bit of it.
Absolutely.
Fucking awesome.
Okay. Well, here we are. We made it.
I love TV talk. I could do this all day.
TV talk.
I can't wait to retire just so I can watch more TV.
What are you going to do now that you're retired? Watch TV?
Nothing pleases me more than sitting in my Chase Lounge and just watching good fucking movie or TV. I don't give a fuck. I have no aspirations of anything other than that anymore. I just want to be
wrong with that.
I just want to be relaxed and fucking hang out. I mean, I read too, but not a total moron.
You got to sometimes wait for a new season to come out, right?
That's right.
Got to do something to pass the time.
downtime.
Yeah. Or some of those archaic shows that make you wait week to week now.
I don't like that.
The fuck are they doing?
No, like House of the Dragon. I got to wait every week. I'm like, fuck.
Is that HBO?
Yeah.
HBO loves the week to week.
Oh,
Larry
yeah.
Dave Curb was always like that.
Yeah.
Pursuit of Unhappiness is like that.
Hit me with the whole season, motherfucker. Let's go.
All right. John O'Keefe, Karen Reed. A love story for the ages.
John O'Keefe was born on December 8th, 1975 in Braintree, Massachusetts. And he was the oldest of 3 kids. Everybody called him JJ or Johnny. He was pretty tall, grew up to be like 6'5" by the time he was done, and played basketball. He went to Braintree High and then Northeastern, and later picked up a master's in criminal justice because what he really wanted to do was be a cop. He did get there, but he worked his way in. He did some reserve police work in a couple of smaller towns south of Boston first, and then joined the Boston Police Department when he was around 29. And he'd end up staying there for about 16 years. He worked a bunch of different assignments all over the city over that time. And toward the end of it, he was on the unit that keeps track of registered sex offenders, which was a desk job.
Now that's an internet real job, apparently.
Being a registered sex offender?
To track them. And
the ones that like bait them and stuff and then show
that's
up.
all I see anymore. I'm like, what is going on out here? You're going to get shot, my man. You better fucking watch yourself.
There's like a whole trend of that on TikTok. Like,
yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably, I'm sure it's the same videos, right? They just post it on Instagram as reels.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They catch up with them in Walmart or something. Yeah. Oh, this is John from Toledo. Came here to meet a 14-year-old boy today. Someone's just going to pull out and blast you, man.
Yeah. That really is wild, just doing that. Like, I get what you're trying to do, but I don't know. Did they ever just go to the cops and be like, hey, we have all this information? Or do the cops just say, no, fuck you?
You're not getting clicks if you do that, right?
See, that's the thing. What is that? So rage baiting, isn't it? There isn't rage baiting like have its own dictionary thing now. Or
yeah, they don't care actually about getting the pedophiles. They just want those clicks.
Because if you cared about it, you wouldn't be all up on fucking Instagram and TikTok all aggressive and shit.
Well, you wouldn't record it. You'd show up and beat the fuck out of that person and then just leave.
In a dark alley.
Yeah.
Or just turn it over to the police. Yeah. Like just turn the chat over to the police, right? And be like, all right, dude.
You did your part.
Yeah. Just being a good citizen.
What fun is that?
I know.
Well, it's probably not fun for John either. Now he's stuck behind a desk.
In 2013, everything in John's family came apart all at once. His sister, Kristen, got brain cancer, which it was a very aggressive kind. And by that November, she had passed away. A few days after that, his best friend on the force died. And then a couple months later, in early 2014, Kristen's husband had a heart attack and died too. And so what was left behind was two little kids, a girl who was around 6 and a boy who was around 3 years old. And just like that, within a span of like a year, they didn't have parents anymore.
That is a tragedy.
John was a single guy in his late 30s, working a cop schedule. So his brother and sister-in-law figured that they would be the ones to take the kids because that's usually how that kind of stuff goes, right? Like the established couple usually would step in and take over.
More capacity for that scenario. Yeah.
But John stepped up and said that he would do it. He took legal guardianship of both of them and moved out to the suburbs in Canton. And that desk job that we talked about, that was part of his plan, was to take the desk job so he could keep normal hours and be at home at night and raise the kids.
Smart.
Pretty crazy thing to do, right?
It's a life changer, yeah.
Admirable thing, I guess.
Very. Sure. To go from just being a bachelor straight to now you're raising 2 kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
That's like a rom-com.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, then you get to meet
Can we just turn
J-Lo. And J-Lo's your stepmom. You get to fuck J-Lo all because you did this good deed.
You're combining like 100 rom-com movies, and I think J-Lo is in all of those. Does she have to come plan your wedding first, and then you fall in love with her?
No, my version is you adopt these kids, you stay at a hotel, and J-Lo's the maid. But then you win the lottery, and then you marry J-Lo.
And the hotel's in Jersey, so she's your Jersey girl.
You tap that ass.
She role plays a Selena for you.
Jesus.
All right, I'm out of J-Lo movies.
And then you both work to get a compassionate release for the Selena's fan club president that killed her, and you get her out of jail, and she dies. But Twister, you harvest her liver to save your own kid that you adopted because he got liver disease, and it all came for full circle.
Look at this. We just wrote we'll make and it happens at Christmas. It's a holiday Hallmark movie now.
Boom. Tell me we couldn't write these movies. Come on.
I want to rewrite Money Train, and the whole final scene is her getting gangbanged by Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
I fucking love Money Train.
That's a good movie.
I love J-Lo movies, man. I could sit here all day and watch that.
All right, now I'm for real out of J-Lo movies. I can't think of anything else.
The Cell.
That's a great movie.
It's fucking awesome, and it's so underrated. What a great one.
Oh, Enough.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anaconda. Isn't she an anaconda? Or did I just make that all
Ice
up?
Cube is. Is it Michelle Rodriguez and Ice Cube? She might be. That was early on. Made in Manhattan, one of my personal favorites.
I thought that's what you were doing the maid thing for. Yeah,
absolutely.
Jennifer Lopez is in Anaconda.
All right.
Wow, there's a bunch of Owen Wilson, Danny Trejo.
Was Michelle Rodriguez in that?
John Voight. It is not showing her.
Else. Never mind.
You're getting your Latinas mixed up, Dave.
Big Michelle Rodriguez fan.
I'm not as familiar with her work.
Letty from Fast and Furious.
I never watched any of the Fast and Furious.
Oh, my goodness.
I remember her from that. I only saw the first one.
Yeah. That's the best one.
When they started like going to Tokyo or something, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, it happens.
Bringing Dwayne in for the sequels. I'm all right.
That's a bit much. Jason Statham. Everyone's in it after a while.
I do like Jason Statham.
So that was John's life for the next several years, was just being a dad. He completely took over doing all the school stuff, taking them to their sports and everything. And then 2020 came around and COVID shut the whole world down, and it was just a really fucking strange, weird time for everybody.
Sometimes I miss it.
Yeah, I remember. It was great. You could sit on your couch and watch TV all day, and you never had to go anywhere.
It's 10 a.m. Cheez-Its and a case of beer. Let's fucking go. I have nothing to do.
It was fucking magical.
I really do kind of miss it sometimes.
I remember it a lot differently than some people, because it was fond memories.
Yeah. We're team COVID over here. I don't even remember us doing that many remote shows. Didn't we do like a couple, and then we were just like, as long as none of us have symptoms, we're fine to get together?
After a while.
We
did a while, but...
Did we do Michael Jackson during that time?
I don't remember.
I don't know why I have this memory of recording that like in my dining room table back then.
No mask for me.
He doesn't believe in masks.
I regret even bringing that up.
Can't do analingus with a mask on, Mike.
I just said your name. We didn't say any of the words. You can see yourself out.
Can't push my tongue up a 10-year-old booty hole with the mask on.
Anyways. Pandemics.
I'm praying for another, pal.
We just all need to start eating lettuce.
I had a salad out of dinner the other night. I risked it. I'm good now, but there's a 2-week gestational period apparently for these parasites sometimes. So
we better record some episodes ahead of time for when Dave can't, when he's on the crap.
Still in the dangerous window here.
So John's sitting there stuck in the house, COVID, right? And he's bored scrolling around on Facebook, and he came across a woman that he dated for a little bit back in his 20s. So he sent her a message, and it said, quote, "Hey, blast from the past. How's things?"
You sure he didn't say, "Can I park my car in your yard?" Yard means pussy.
Oh, God.
The woman at the other end of that message was Karen Reed. She was born on February 26, 1980, and she grew up partly in Massachusetts and partly down in Virginia. She went to a Catholic school, and then she went to Bentley, where she got both a bachelor's and a master's in finance, and her dad had been a dean there.
She was born 1 week after Bon Scott died, by the way.
Maybe it's Bon Scott.
Maybe. He's likable.
You don't like Karen Reed?
She's in everyone in that documentary. I wanted to punch in the face.
She's not likable in the slightest. No. Not even a little bit. No.
I'm not making any other statements beyond that about her judgment. I'm just saying she was not likable.
She was really good with numbers. She worked as a financial analyst at Fidelity, and she taught on the side as an adjunct professor. And she'd also had a pretty rough go of it physically. She had a bunch of surgeries for Crohn's disease and a diagnosis of MS. So she was in and out of the hospital a lot.
You know what they say about girls who are good with numbers? Put their digits in all the right places. And by right place, I mean up your butt. Yeah.
Regarding John and Karen dating before, they had first met in February of 2004 at John's sister's 30th birthday party. Karen was 24 at the time, and she thought John was handsome and sweet. They dated for a little bit, but then, I don't know, they just like drifted apart. It wasn't anything specific. They just went their separate ways, started working, and
not ready to settle down.
Yeah.
It happens. Happens to Mike every other night.
It does. Never ready to settle down.
So fast forward then 15 years to 2020, Karen's living up in the Boston area. Her career's going, and that's when she gets this message from John on Facebook. And she said that when she saw his picture, it was him with the kids, and that kind of jogged her memory that what happened to his sister and brother-in-law and how they died. So she asked him about it, and he told her, like, yeah, I've got the kids now. And she said he was basically, quote, the patron saint of Canton. And the two of them started talking again, which that's pretty true, right, for John. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's got like this kind of Captain America vibe with that story where you're like,
you could easily
I took the desk job for to take these kids, and
now let's fuck.
Yeah, right. Maybe that was his plan all along. He's like, oh, I'm going to get so much pussy if I start raising these kids. Like the guys who take the cute dogs to the dog park. That's exactly right. He was going fishing. That's what he was doing. He was fishing with those kids.
Did I mention I adopted my dead sister's children? Is your pussy wet now? I bet it is.
Just slides in there that he also like goes after sex abusers or sex offenders.
That's true too, yeah.
Who's not fucking this guy at the end of the night? I'm fucking this guy at the end of the night. I'm so impressed.
100%. He fucks naked, but still puts his badge through his skin and wears it while he's fucking. He's got to, right? Maybe even still has the belt on with his gun.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Sounds like inside knowledge, pal. I think you've seen a cuck that has done that before.
I would never put an actual badge through my skin. Ugh. No, thank you.
Right to your nipple.
Oh. I ain't getting hard after that. That's the end of that game.
So they picked things right back up, and it got serious pretty fast. Karen was around all the time, staying over most nights, and she got close with John's brother and his wife. The way Karen told it, she was becoming kind of like a mother figure to the kids, and she got really close with them. The kids, they kind of remember it differently. The niece said that it was pretty good and lighthearted at first, but then over time, things kind of cooled off, and that Karen and John were fighting a lot at home and over the phone. And a lot of what John was getting frustrated about came back to the kids and how Karen was with them. By the start of 2022, the whole thing was really starting to fray. There had been a New Year's trip to Aruba a few weeks before that went south, and it started over the kids, that same kind of thing that we were just talking about with like this, like how Karen was with them. The way the niece told it is that John told his nephew to put an iPad away. Karen jumped in on the kid's side, and it blew up into Karen accusing John of kissing another woman down there on this vacation. John denied it, but they went back and forth. And around that same time, Karen was also texting an ATF agent named Brian Higgins, which we'll talk about that later.
It sounds like she, as a girlfriend, is usurping his authority over the kids, and I would be pretty upset about that too. You can't have that.
And maybe projecting her guilt over those texts onto him as a way to maybe like get herself out of the situation.
Yeah.
Or make herself not be the bad guy.
They had in that documentary, what's the documentary name? We always mention a documentary.
We did earlier. Remember, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. The story of Drowning Pool. I think it's a body in the snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Trial of Karen Reed, or The Trials.
I just want to make sure we didn't do that this time.
It's on Netflix. It's 5 episodes, like 40 to 45 minutes each. I'm going to look it up to make sure.
There's a few other ones out there too. I believe some other people jumped on that.
Yeah, a Body in the Snow. It came out last year.
They had the lady part of the scenario in Aruba. It was an old family friend or something that John bumped into and like gave her a hug or something, and Karen from across the hotel. Who the fuck is that? Like, and you know she's that kind. You can just envision her saying it.
Yeah. Making it a whole big scene.
Because he's drunk all the time.
That's the thing, man. Annoying drunk people.
Yeah.
That's
the worst.
That's what's happening here. It's a lot of this. Also, if this fight over a fight over this iPad spirals into an argument about cheating, like it's a wrap at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's it.
Like, what are we doing?
Who needs that?
Yeah. So in the early morning hours of Saturday, January 29th, 2022, John's body was found in the front lawn of another police officer's house. So what we're going to do then is now backtrack as to how we got to that point of finding John's body.
Cue footage of everybody in the bar being obnoxious.
Exactly. That is exactly where the night starts. John and Karen met up at a bar in Canton called C.F. McCarthy's around 9 o'clock, and they were drinking. Around 11, they walked across the street to a second spot called the Waterfall Bar and Grill, and that's where the cast for the rest of this story fills in. So I'll kind of get into everybody. There was a group there already, including a woman named Jennifer McCabe and her husband, Matt, and Jennifer's sister, a woman named Nicole Albert. And then Nicole's husband showed up, a guy named Brian Albert, who was a recently retired Boston police sergeant and lived right there in Canton. Brian's brother, Chris Albert, was there too with his wife, Julie, who lived down the street from John. And then there was another guy there, that ATF agent I mentioned before, Brian Higgins. He was friends with both John and Brian Albert. We'll talk about more, like I think I'll get into specific titles at some point, but these are all law enforcement people. Every single one of them.
Just a little click.
Yeah.
Was there a Foreigner cover band playing there that night? That would fit awesome.
No, it was a Flogging Molly cover band because it's fucking Boston.
There you go.
Dropkick Murphys.
There you go.
By every account, the night at the bars was a good one. The mood was, cheerful, right? And people said that John and Karen at the Waterfall Bar, that they were affectionate together. Everything looked good. The bar's cameras were running the whole time. And at one point, they caught Brian Albert and Brian Higgins like squaring up, play fighting, throwing fake punches at each other. Like,
cool cops. Hey, I'm going to get you.
Straight like frat bro douche energy.
Don't make me punch you.
This also, some of these scenes reminded me, was it on Patreon, the news show where we talked about that bar in Florida that just has the cameras going?
Yeah,
and we checked in on them.
Yeah.
And like it actually got entertaining just watching these people get drunk.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
That was pretty entertaining. I remember get into it watching this like old dude try to hit on girls. And stuff.
Yeah. And then like people, like you see them slowly like getting looser and dancing, and there's 3 different camera angles. And I think we did the story like, this is fucking stupid. And then the more you watch it, you're like, I kind of love this.
I know, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, let's see if this dude gets a girl.
It's like, it's actual reality TV. Patreon.com/Necronomapod. I think that was one of our news shows, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And there was a politician there. He was campaigning, and then J-Lo got off her maidship, and she came in, and then they got together.
I think that's what happened.
She became the first lady of Florida.
What movie is this? I thought it was like
that's Made in Manhattan.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I have not experienced all the J-Lo rom-coms. There's just too many. It's just too much.
I'd like to put on a J-Lo rom-com film festival. How about that? I'd like to host it.
All right. I would come watch that. Are we considering Money Train a rom-com? I kind of do.
It works for me.
I just want to watch.
Fucking great movie.
Let's just close with that one. We'll just end it with Money Train.
Festival ender, sure.
So the waterfall is closing down, and somebody floated the idea of keeping the night going. Turns out that Brian and Nicole Albert's son, Brian Jr., was turning 23 that weekend, and he had a few friends over at the family's house on 34 Fairview Road to celebrate. So the group got invited back there for an after party. Not everybody went. Chris and Julie Albert headed home because Julie had a headache. But a bunch of other people did, and that included Brian and Nicole, their son and his friends, their daughter Caitlin, their nephew Colin Albert, Jennifer and Matt McCabe, and Brian Higgins. John and Karen decided to go as well.
Everyone's hammered, I'm sure, but they're cops, so they can drive drunk and do whatever they want because nothing's going to happen to them, even if they get pulled over.
With open containers. We'll get into that
Doesn't
probably
matter.
later.
Look, as a passenger, I'm fully supportive of that, but I believe Karen was talking about driving with her open drink and in her Lexus and whatnot. They're all hammered.
She talked about it like it was an every weekend type thing, just driving around hammered with all these
sure
cops.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when everyone's a cop in a small town, you basically can just do whatever you want.
Copland, Sylvester Stallone, Robert De Niro.
There you go. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Real good. Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, that's right.
They left the waterfall a little after midnight, and Karen drove because it was her Lexus SUV, and John didn't have his car with him. She didn't really know the neighborhood at all, so Jennifer McCabe, who, again, is Nicole Albert's sister and the one who'd invited them, she called John at 12:14 a.m. to give him directions. Jennifer and Matt got to the house first, and then Karen and John pulled up out front, and John's phone logged them stopping at around 12:24 in the morning. And this is like the exact point where the whole story splits in two, and it never really comes back together. And because everything hangs on one question, is that did John walk into that house, or did he even make it past the front lawn?
Yeah. That's the question, isn't it?
We're not going to answer it. Spoiler.
I think interesting to note.
Take this journey with us.
In this story, as well as they had a big fight like the night before, the day before, and Karen had went down to her house. And there was a big storm coming, and her dad's like, just stay home tonight. You don't need to go out. And then she ended up calling John, driving all the way back up here. And if she would have just stayed home that night,
that fate stuff is pretty wild.
Things would have been a lot different.
Yep.
There are 3 different versions of that one moment. Karen's version is that they sat in the car for a few minutes because she felt kind of weird about walking into a house full of people she didn't really know that late and in the snow, right? It just, I get that. If that's the truth, like,
I don't know. I envision as you've been drinking with these people all night, having a good time, you're gung-ho to get there and get in the house and keep drinking some more.
yeah.
I don't know. It seems to me like everyone left to go party somewhere else. And later she's spinning the story that, I'm nervous going in the house.
I could see it a little bit being, because it sounds like she was hesitant that she's like, are we really invited? Because she wasn't even invited by the people who own the house, right? It was like the sister of the owner.
Correct.
So I could, like, if I put myself in that situation, I might be like, you know them better. Can you just make sure it's okay if we show up and just walk into their house?
All right. It's plausible.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
I could get that.
I can get behind that.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I could get behind that, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell in her voice later when we talk about these voicemails, like she's definitely hammered, right? And she's not like innocent, like in the clear.
No.
Of anything like that.
All right. I can get behind this like I can get behind J-Lo's big round Latina booty.
All right.
Okay. Glad we established that.
So she said that John told her that he'd kind of just like pop in real quick, make sure.
Hello.
Yeah. I think about you saying that every once in a while, like throughout my day.
That's not weird at all.
I know. It's from all that editing from all those years. So she said that she watched him head up toward the front door. But everyone inside that house, Brian and Nicole Albert, the McCabes, Higgins, all of them, they say John never came in. Jennifer McCabe texts John at 12:31, quote, pull behind me. Then at 12:40, just quote, hello, and never got anything back. And her husband, Matt, said he looked out the window a few times and saw the SUV just sitting there and never saw anybody outside of it. And there's 3 people who pulled up in a truck right behind her being Karen. Around that time, a guy was there to grab his sister from the party, plus his girlfriend and a buddy driving. Caught, were witness to this. One of them saw a man in the passenger seat as the SUV turned onto the street, but none of the 3 ever saw anybody get out of it. And when they drove past it a few minutes later on their way out, the ones who looked saw a woman sitting alone at the wheel with the dome light on. So on that one single moment, right off the bat, you've got 3 completely different stories.
Mm-hmm.
That's how eyewitness testimony usually goes.
Yeah.
Maybe that dome light was on because she was giving him some dome on that front seat.
I'm shocked you didn't make that Braintree joke at the beginning of the episode about Braintree, Massachusetts.
What about it?
I thought there was going to be some type of blowjob, like brain joke in there somewhere for sure.
I was going to say that's where I was grown from a brain tree. You know, because I'm so smart.
Right.
But I was like, that's kind of dumb. I'm not even going to do that.
And yet here you are doing it.
He cajoled it out of me. That reminds me of my favorite T.I. line.
What's that?
Brain so good, could have sworn you went to college.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Love it. Could have sworn you went to college. Love T.I.
What isn't in dispute is what John's phone did next. It logged a little burst of movement and then locked at 12:32 in the morning. And right after that, it went quiet. No movement over the next 6 hours. And whatever happened out there, we know that Karen drove back to John's house where she'd been staying because her phone connected to his Wi-Fi at 12:36 a.m.
How far was John's house from this place? Do we know this?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Through the power of editing, we're able to figure out that about a mile and a half.
Okay, so the 4 minutes might work. All right.
Yeah, just right around the corner, kind of. So back at John's place, Karen kept trying to reach him, and he wasn't picking up. So she started leaving voicemails, and they were very angry. At 12:37, she left one that was just, quote, "John, I fucking hate you." A little before 1 o'clock, she left another one calling him a pervert. I don't understand that one, man. She's very angry in the pervert one.
It seems like Karen.
It's like a cover story, is what it reads like to me.
The pervert one does?
All of it. Like just calling with fake voicemails, yelling at him, pretending you're mad.
I wouldn't throw that out of the question. I could see that.
Around 1:17, there was one more telling him off, like he's off with some other girl, whatever, that he's a loser. And then at 1:18, she stopped and went to sleep.
She tuckered herself out.
I don't know. Like her story is he went in the house and never came back. So she just left and then sent all these voicemails.
Yeah. That's what she's saying.
It's absurd.
I don't know if.
Because if you could just have went in the house.
You just go knock on the door.
Yeah. Right? I mean, you would think.
Or see that hammer that it's, that we all know women like this. It's that one that he went inside. She's just out of her mind hammered. And he's in there fucking some girl.
And it goes to like the jealousy thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think the majority of this is.
Yeah. It's a stretch though, man. I don't know.
It's just hard to say because she is, annihilated. So does that play up the jealousy thing? Or does that also, did she do something dumb and she's like, I need to just cover these tracks real quick?
Right. You sober up real quick when you, I don't know, run your boyfriend over, perhaps? I'm still up in the air on this, too.
Yeah.
I'm not going one way or the other.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just taking it step by step.
I just thought these voicemails were very alibi-like.
But are they not consistent, though, do you think, with just her personality, kind of how we understand it to be? It seems like they could be consistent.
I would say they're consistent with the personality, sure.
Yeah.
Still doesn't make sense, though.
No, I agree.
Unless it's some of that more of that guilty conscious stuff coming out.
Like that she was cheating,
yeah.
So now she accused. But the guy she's cheating with's in there. Go fucking bounce up on it.
Yeah.
Bounce up on it.
Oh. I mean, his dick. You should bounce up on Brian Higgins' dick.
Oh, I know.
That's what I was implying. Not implying. I'm straight up saying it.
Brian Higgins, the ATF agent.
The one who wasn't getting his dick bounced up on.
Right. He kind of had a weird night. He left the after party and drove to the Canton police station. And the station's own camera caught him there at 1:30 in the morning on his phone. When investigators talked to him, he said that he'd left the party around 1:30 to do some administrative paperwork.
Oh, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Sure.
Yeah.
That's what all drunk cops in Boston do at 1:30 in the morning, paperwork.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they do. It's ridiculous.
On the stand, he said he'd actually left at 12:30 to move some vehicles ahead of the storm. The defense says that video shows the cover up. Like, that's where we're headed in this story, is that there's a police cover up here. So,
and this is the start of why we're having this conversation.
I know.
Because there's so much shady shit now about to go on.
Because that's super fucking suspicious.
Yeah.
Like super suspicious.
We didn't even get to the butt dials yet. That's the most ridiculous part of this whole story. That'll be next week, but Jesus.
You know, when I'm partying with friends, feeling great, Saturday morning at 1:30 in the morning, you know what I want to do? Work.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like, that's so ridiculous. Like, I'm going to leave, like, we're going to finish a UFC night. Yeah. I'm on a cool down beer? No, I'm going to go home and work.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go home and do some research and stuff.
I'm going to research that DoorDash order is what the fuck I'm going to do. If you've listened to our show for any length of time, you probably know I don't do well in the summer. I'm a cold weather guy. Once the heat kicks in, I'm always looking for clothes that actually keep me comfortable without looking like I just rolled out of bed. And when I find something I really like, I tend to stick with it. That's exactly why I've been so happy we found Quince. Quince focuses on well-made essentials that naturally become those everyday staples you end up living in all season. If you're looking to freshen up your summer wardrobe, I honestly can't recommend them enough. Their 100% European linen shirts and pants are lightweight, breathable, and ridiculously easy to throw on when it's hot outside. They also make incredibly soft tees you'll probably end up wearing on repeat. And their lightweight cotton sweaters are perfect for those cooler summer evenings. What really impressed me, though, is the value. Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman, so you're getting premium quality clothing without paying premium prices. In fact, most of their pieces cost 50 to 80% less than similar brands, with linen styles starting at just $34. Personally, I've been wearing Quince's extra fine polo and their super soft touch tee, and they've quickly become two of my favorite shirts. They look great, they're comfortable, and they're the first things I reach for when I'm getting dressed. Honestly, I'm already planning another order because there are quite a few more pieces I want to add to my closet. And it's not just clothing either. Quince has become a go-to for everything from home goods to travel essentials, making it a brand that's worth checking out no matter what you're shopping for. Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/necro for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too. That's QUINCE.com/necro for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/necro.
There's one other eyewitness that we have to talk about before we can move forward. The town had a snowplow driver working that night, a Canton guy who reported for his shift at 2:15 a.m. and made pass after pass down Fairview until morning. His plow lights were so strong that he described driving it as almost having a spotlight, and he testified that he could see all the way to the front door of 34 Fairview. His first pass was around 2:45, and when he was asked what he saw on the front lawn near the flagpole, that's where John's body was found, his answer was, quote, "I saw nothing." He came back around again about 45 minutes later, and there was still nothing on the lawn. But this time, there was a car parked out on the road, roughly in the area of the flagpole. And that stuck out to him because as long as he could remember, the Alberts never parked their cars in the road. He was supposed to report any cars that were parked in the street during a snow emergency, and he skipped it as a courtesy because he knew the family, and Brian Albert was a first responder, a.k.a. a cop.
Yeah, and cops can do whatever they want.
It's a different vibe in Boston, too, right? There's like a different...
Sounds like it based
degree
on what I've seen here.
But like they get the bag, like John got the bagpipes and stuff. Like it's a different vibe. I don't know. I don't know why I think that. But
I know what you mean. Yeah. I think that's probably right. It's a brotherhood.
Yeah, more so
maybe more so than other places. Yeah. Tightly knit, kind of. Yeah.
No one from the investigation ever talked to this guy.
No, that's weird.
No law enforcement contacted him at all in 2022. The first person who reached out to him was a private investigator in the summer of 2023. So that's like about 16 months after John died.
Well, that's when your memories really solidify and you're best to recall what happened on a plow at 2:30 a.m. 16 months ago. That makes sense.
So that's the last eyewitness we have to talk about. We'll get more into this person next week when we start talking about the trials more and stuff like that.
Yep.
Back to what Karen was doing. So remember, 1:18 is when she finally gave up and tired herself out, passed out. She woke up around 4:40 in the morning and started calling John again, and he still wasn't answering. Around 5, she called Jennifer McCabe, the sister-in-law who invited them to the party, and asked her to come help look for him. She also called a friend of John's named Carrie Roberts, and Carrie said Karen was basically screaming into the phone that John was dead. Maybe he'd gotten hit by a snowplow.
This is alibi part 2.
It's very specific.
Yep.
It is indeed.
On the phone, Karen told Jennifer that John never came home, that they got into a fight, and that she'd left him at the waterfall. It was Jennifer's husband, Matt, who reminded her that she'd seen Karen's SUV outside the house at 34 Fairview, and Karen said that she didn't remember going there at all. And somewhere in all of that, Karen also told Jennifer that her taillight was cracked. Then, when the women met up at John's house, Karen showed Jennifer and Carrie the back of her SUV and how the taillight had pieces missing out of it with snow sitting on it. Jennifer and Carrie also checked inside John's house, and his bed was still made. So there really was no evidence that he had come home. There's also some video from John's house that morning. His Ring camera caught Karen at 5:07, backing her SUV out of the garage and clipping his parked Chevy on the way out. It's a light tap, but we're going to debate how much force is needed to break a taillight and...
Alibi number 3.
There's no cover up there, right, Dave?
No.
She's just trying to move her car in the middle of the night during a snowstorm.
It's just a woman driving out in the snow. How could she be expected to not back into somebody? I get it.
Sometimes you forget where you're supposed to park in the driveway. She had to move things around.
There's so many suspicious things on both sides of this.
Yes.
It's impossible to decipher what is more suspicious. And
Yeah, because like it just builds and builds on one side, and you're like, well, this is fucking obvious. And then you're like, oh, wait, there's 15 things over here that are fucking suspicious.
I know. Did I mention the butt dials we'll get to next week? Because this is the most ridiculous part of all of this.
I know you're someone that doesn't believe in coincidences, and there's a lot going on in this story, man.
Way too much.
How many accidental butt dials can there be back and forth between people?
Nonsense.
So the 3 women, Karen, Jennifer, and Carrie, drove out to 34 Fairview in the middle of this blizzard, got there around 6 o'clock, so it was still dark out. And as they came up to the house, past a flagpole, Karen started screaming, quote, "There he is, there he is." It was dark and the snow was still coming down, and she picked out John from that yard from inside a moving car. Karen was out running straight toward John. He was out there near the flagpole on his back. And by that point, he had been out there for hours, half buried. Jennifer called 911 at 6:03, and one of them started doing CPR on him right there in the yard.
I think she's just dialed in. I don't find this that suspicious that she immediately saw him laying there. I think she was scanning everything, just kind of amped up and whatnot. The other ladies are probably half asleep. I don't find that suspicious. That's just me. They're insinuating
that she was like, as they pulled up, she's like, oh, there it is right there.
Yeah,
nobody else ever saw it, but she was able to like find exactly where he was. I could see it being, if you were really worried, you're going to be like a hawk looking.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah.
And a body wearing presumably dark clothes sitting in a trench of snow, you would notice.
Yeah. Just because she saw it before them doesn't mean she knew already that he was laying there,
right,
which is what they were implying.
The car moving thing in the driveway to me is still the biggest thing. And it's funny hearing you talk about it, Dave, because like I didn't put as much emphasis on the voicemails as you did. Mm-hmm. And I agree with what you're saying, but to me, like I could overlook almost all of that. The car moving thing with the tap is like the first time on my own that I was like, well, that's fucking weird.
She's probably still drunk though, so maybe it's not even that weird.
Even at this point, she's still drunk.
Yeah,
it's only this is a few hours later, and if she was as hammered as it seemed like they all were, well,
she's also a small a petite woman.
Petite woman,
Man, she can't weigh about 100 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
She was like a
Drinking liquor, I believe, to make mixed drinks, not just like beer.
Right. So
She's not an amateur. And she had her vodka soda, I think she said, in the car.
That's what she was driving around with.
I think so.
It was something like that, yeah.
So
Because wasn't it something like they were buying a bunch of drinks, but she denied drinking as much as people were saying? Wasn't that early in the documentary?
she
Like,
laid them out, and it was only like
She's-
6 throughout the whole night, but it was.
but there was evidence that maybe like she purchased 12 drinks, or like people.
They were doubles,
And
and
some
she's
were
like, people
double-
bought
yeah.
shots, but I didn't do the shot. Like there was a lot of confusion there, but
Like she was playing it off like she was more sober than people give her credit for.
Yes.
Or that she was.
yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jennifer ran into the house and up to Brian and Nicole Albert's bedroom and woke them up. Nicole later said her first thought was that something had happened to one of the kids because, like, why else would her sister be in her bedroom at that hour? And Brian said he couldn't even process it because, like, why would John be out?
Man, he's hungover as fuck. He probably went to bed an hour ago
Right, still dog
after
drunk.
giving Nicole the pipe all night.
And this was a little later. Like they slept through all this commotion in the front yard because they talked to him about this in the trial later.
He didn't come outside.
He didn't come outside, which is like the second most strange thing that this Boston police sergeant,
Right.
when a body is in his front fucking yard,
Look, even if
didn't
you-
come out the whole time. Bull fucking shit.
It's weird, even if you're not a police officer and
Yeah.
there's people in your front yard,
Yeah.
that you would come out at least on the porch, let alone these are your peers,
Yeah.
your coworkers.
This is absurd.
That
This is
was
the
really
absurdest
absurd.
of
Yeah.
the all absurd things in this.
Now, this is where the
story.
other shoe starts to drop, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait a minute
Yeah.
now.
This guy's like, oh, I'm just going to stay in the house when,
Yeah.
all the local police and fire in my front yard. Okay, pal, because that really happened.
Dave, would it change your mind if you knew that he was staying in bed because he had Boll & Branch sheets? And he was like, I'm not getting the fuck out of bed.
It might sway me a little bit because I could understand the comfort that Boll & Branch gives you in a stressful time. And you're like, it's so warm in here, but yet I'm so cool in these sheets. It's wizardry. How do they cool these sheets like this? It's not possible.
All right.
I find this Brian Albert very fucking suspicious. That is not a Boston police sergeant sitting in his house while the whole neighborhood's in his front yard with a dead body.
These guys get hard-ons for this
Yeah.
kind of shit.
No
he's getting
fucking
out of
way.
bed.
He's personal friends with this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's one of the butt dialers that we'll talk about next week. This guy's full of shit.
So paramedics got there and rushed John to Good Samaritan Hospital. He was pronounced dead at 7:59 that morning, down to around 80 degrees.
His phone stopped movement at what time did we say? 12:30.
12:32.
12:32. If we assume at that point he was lying prone in the snow, he wouldn't have made it an hour.
Probably
In this
not.
blizzard.
It's a blizzard.
And so, I mean, I know, and I'm just saying, like, he's pronounced dead at 8:00 in the morning, but he had been dead for 6 hours at least.
Yeah.
Which they were doing CPR and whatnot. You can tell when someone's dead, right? If you were
But
frozen
also
for
maybe
6 hours.
like in the panic of the moment, you could see that they just try something.
Yeah.
But at that point, is he so iced over that you're just like breaking him?
But why didn't they declare him dead at the scene, I guess, is my...
Oh, I thought I was the friends were doing CPR. when
yeah,
they
but
got out.
still,
yeah.
they didn't declare him dead until the hospital.
I don't know that.
Doesn't a
do they-
doctor have to do the declaring?
I think so.
Do they?
I think, like, no matter what, you have to go.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will comment.
Yeah.
An EMT.
We're idiots. We don't have any no. Medical talk. I always thought it had to be a doctor that called you dead.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I wonder if there's any legal things where they have to at least attempt CPR.
And they should.
Yeah, they can't just show them like, nah, no.
That's what I mean.
Load
Like,
it
oh,
up.
that dude's
Load it
fucking
up.
frozen.
Maybe they have to do something just to log that they did.
They lift his arm and it breaks off. Yeah. Like
Like WWE.
As I
They
say,
just, like,
like, but if it drops and they're like, oh, maybe there's a chance. When it stays up, unlike WWE, they're like, oh, rigor mortis, he's dead. I'd be a paramedic if I got to do that. Be all dramatic about it. 1, 2.
Oh, man.
And
like
it's
hold it for a while.
All right. That was insensitive of me.
The first responders walked into a scene that was already really hard to read. With the snow coming down, there's no sign of a car anywhere, no damage. There's no skid marks or anything. It's just snow piling up. And Karen, who was frantic, said a few things out there that morning, and those things come up at trial along with just about everything else we're going to talk about, because this is the spot where the story of what happened that night just kind of stops, and now we're just going to debate the evidence the rest of the way out and kind of go and just, tell the rest of the story. That same day, 2 state troopers drove out to Karen's parents' place in Dighton, where she was staying. They sat with her for about a half hour or so, and they noticed the right rear taillight on her Lexus had big pieces missing out of it, and they left with her phone and her SUV.
Did they need like a warrant for that? Can they just take that from her?
That's a good question.
Could she have had an attorney there to be like, the fuck, you're not taking that? It just seems interesting that they're just going to show up and be like, nope, we're going to have your phone now and your car.
It seems like you need a warrant for that.
Maybe they did. I don't know. These are questions you're supposed to be asking, Dave, not me. I'm not supposed to be thinking this way.
Sorry, man. But I think
you can't get past the butt dials.
I think you need a warrant for that. Yeah, I think you're right. They probably had one. They're cops in a small town.
Yeah, they got it.
It's not that hard to get a judge to sign the warrant.
They had it in 23 minutes.
That's right.
We're also talking about a dead police officer, too, so that's fast track.
Absolutely. Sure. All of it. Sure, sure. As it should be. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, John's an innocent guy. One way or another, something happened to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
somebody killed this guy. He's a great guy from all accounts.
It seemed like it.
Absolutely fast track this.
There's a point in this story, too, and maybe it's like right around this time. That's kind of why we're even talking about it, where John gets a little lost and it becomes the Karen Reed kind of circus to a degree.
Yeah, I started really getting the sour taste in my... this is way jumping ahead. But like when his parents showed up to the trial and the Karen Reed supporters were booing them.
There's a clown
They
show.
fucking lost their son. Yeah. Jesus Christ, relax. This is why I wanted to punch all of you.
Yeah, clown show.
Yeah. But yeah, so it very easily gets lost. And then it becomes she's the victim here. Let's support her. There's a guy who was raising 2 little kids that's dead.
They both could be victims here, but
sure,
one doesn't negate the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it starts getting a little out of hand after a while.
Well, because people like that are, of course, going to be too much, who have all day to sit outside a courthouse for someone they don't know and just be an imbecile.
Yeah. Got to wear pink, Dave. Wear pink. It was her favorite color.
Next week, you better be wearing a pink shirt.
We're all going to be in solidarity with Karen Reed wearing pink.
If you don't wear pink, Turtle Boy comes to your house and sodomizes you.
Jesus Christ, that guy.
More on Turtle Boy later. Yeah. There's a lot of wait till next week stuff going on here.
This whole episode's
sorry about that.
Week. So what happens when we watch documentaries and we know the whole story?
That's right.
Sometimes I like it better when I don't know. I can't get ahead of myself. Fuck you, Turtle Boy.
A few days later, on February 1st, 2022, Karen was arrested and charged with manslaughter, motor vehicle homicide, and leaving the scene of a deadly crash. She pled not guilty at her arraignment, and her lawyer called the manslaughter charge, quote, a tremendous reach. The judge set bail at $50,000, which Karen posted, and went home. Then that June, a Norfolk County grand jury took it a step further and indicted her on second-degree murder.
That's a big leap.
Karen's trial started in the spring of 2024 in Norfolk County and ran for about 2 months. The prosecution said that Karen and John had been fighting. She was drunk, she was angry, and when she dropped him off at the party, she threw her SUV in reverse and backed into him out there on the lawn, and then drove off and let him freeze to death in a blizzard. Just a super drunk, super angry woman who, made a terrible mistake and then drove off.
The thing is, I think she's pretty hammered, and if this is the story, I'm not sure she would even remember. I'm not sure she knows whether that happened or not.
But if you think she did the cover up, she couldn't have been that drunk. right?
Okay.
Like to go home and then you want to leave those voicemails and move the car.
That's true.
Because if there's a blizzard, you could have hit a snowbank. You don't know. Like, you're not necessarily thinking you hit a person. Yeah. So I see what you mean, but I don't know if that will then add up with what she did after the fact, which appears to be her covering it up.
Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just being a drunk asshole, and she had no idea that she hit him.
Back to and then she just goes to the crazy jealous girlfriend thing. And then moves her car at 5:05.
Yeah, because so many things could be true in this story. That's the problem.
And like, I don't know, like it's 100% possible to cheat on somebody, but then at the same time be like really off the rails jealous. And then after everything comes out, you're like, wait, what? Why were you so mad when you're doing that too?
You're doing it.
Right. So like, I don't know. Karen is a very, like, her personality resonates with me to a degree. Karen's defense pointed at the house. Their argument was that John walked into the house and that something happened to him in there, that there was a fight, the family dog got involved, and then he was carried back outside and left on the lawn. And that Karen, being the outsider, the girlfriend who wasn't a cop, not from Canton, no ties to law enforcement at all, got handed the blame to protect people who were inside. In the defense's words, quote, "The case was corrupt from the very start."
And the family dog part is because you're going to hear later, he got all these scratches all over him that really wouldn't have been inflicted by being hit by a car or something like that. They're unexplained.
I think he's kind of right. The case was corrupted from the very start.
Yeah,
I will agree with that. There's some fuckery going on with these other people.
So the first thing that the defense went after was how the scene got handled, because it was rough. I mean, like, in all fairness, there's kind of no clean way to work a blizzard or like a crime scene in the middle of a blizzard. It's going to make things rough, but the blood that was in the snow got scooped up into red Solo cups that somebody grabbed from the house, and then those cups went into a paper grocery bag. Not great. Because, I mean, it's like starts melting and stuff. Yeah. It's not good.
Well,
snow was getting cleared off the lawn with a leaf blower. Nobody took a picture of the body before it got moved.
Oh,
that seems like a big mistake. A big oopsie.
And meanwhile, the dude's just chilling in his house.
Yeah.
Sleeping, just sleeping in his bed. Watching
with
Saturday morning
fucking cap on, just snoring away.
The ball blowing up when he snores.
A bunch of the key witnesses in this case didn't get formally interviewed for days, and some way longer. The Alberts, the couple who owned the house, didn't sit down with investigators until 5 days after John died. And one of their adult kids who'd been at the house that night didn't hear from anybody on the case for over a year. And nobody really canvassed the neighborhood in a way that you'd really expect.
It's a blizzard. They don't even walk around in a blizzard. Come on.
True. There was never a forensic team that went inside the house. So that is like off the table as far as evidence is concerned, but it's very fucking suspicious if you're sitting on a jury, right?
Yeah.
If that was my house, they would have went right in.
They would have.
They wouldn't even have had to ask you permission. They would have just told you.
Step aside, son.
Yeah. Came in through just blew in through the window, SWAT team style.
Like fucking Christmas Vacation.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I said that. Knocking over my Christmas tree, fucking everything up.
We also, earlier we talked about how they took Karen's SUV and her phone. Regarding her SUV, it was towed to the Canton police station, and when police finally handed over the surveillance video to her defense to look at, it was sitting in the station's sally port. The footage somehow came out mirrored. It was flipped left to right. That's a little more of that taillight foreshadowing we're going to talk about.
And there was an extended period of time where this cop we're going to talk about later was knelt down right next to that taillight out of view of the camera because he was on the other side of the room and doing something over there.
Right.
Very suspicious.
The single biggest hit to the state's whole case wasn't physical evidence or anything else. It was a phone, and specifically the phone of the lead investigator, a state trooper named Michael Proctor, the guy who essentially built this whole case. Because Proctor was running the investigation, he was texting his buddies and his family about it, and the texts are really ugly. Because while Proctor was running the investigation, he was texting his buddies and family about it, and the texts he was sending are not great. 16 hours in, before the autopsy was even done, he told a group chat that they, quote, won't be able to prove that she hit him, she being Karen.
I would agree.
And in those same early texts, he also wrote, quote, she hit him with her car and, quote, she waffled him. I looked at his body at the hospital. He was banged up. He wrote, quote, all the powers that be want answers.
I imagine they do.
This dude definitely thought that his phone was not going to be brought into the trial.
Stop texting people, pal.
In one exchange from that first day, one of his buddies texted him, quote, I'm sure the owner of that house will receive some shit. Proctor wrote back, quote, nope, homeowner is a Boston cop too. I mean, it's like jumping so far ahead, but like, if I'm a juror, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is over.
You didn't investigate anything.
I agree.
Regardless of what happened to John, like this is the thing. Like he's gone now. We're no longer talking about John. Mm-hmm. We're talking about this dude fucking up here and potentially covering something up.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yep.
Then there's a whole thing that he wrote about Karen. Proctor wrote, quote, she's fucked. Then, quote, zero chance she skates. He talked about going through her phone and texted, quote, no nude so far. Ugh. When a friend asked him, quote, she hot at least, he wrote back, quote, she's a whack job cunt. Yes, she's a babe. Weird Fall River accent, though. No ass. He called her a, quote, nutbag. He went after her Crohn's disease, writing that she's, quote, got a leaky balloon knot, leaks poo.
Oh, man.
This is the guy in charge of the investigation.
Right. Fuck. Very professional.
In a text to his own sister, he wrote that he hoped that she'd just, quote, kill herself, and that the medical examiner wouldn't rule John's death a homicide and instead called it undetermined. Proctor texted, quote, of course it's inconclusive. She was a whack job. But like,
you could see the defense when they get these texts from the phone. They're like,
right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not even a rap just because like it's his friends. His friends are his fucking supervisors. His friends are part of this case as well. So it's all intermingled, right?
Yeah.
So he had to sit up there on the witness stand and read those texts out loud, which is kind of it's
pretty good.
Yeah, it's some good karma. It feels good watching that fucking douche read that shit.
It was a feel-good moment of the whole series.
He admitted in his own word that they, quote, dehumanized Karen. And a lot of people, because we've talked about, right, how this was like a media sensation. And as soon as Proctor had to sit up there and read all those texts, that's when, everybody said the whole tone of everything changed. Mm-hmm. It swayed towards Karen. And that's where we will pick back up on part 2.
In those people's minds, now she's the victim. Mm-hmm. John is irrelevant.
It's easy to see her as a victim now, right? When the lead investigator's talking about her like this, like, okay.
You can't be doing that.
The one about saying that nothing will happen to the homeowner because he's a cop is absurd.
Yeah, right. It's the lead investigator.
It's done. Karen Reed will never, I don't know.
Yeah. You would think that would be the end of it.
You would think.
I think it has to be.
Yeah.
You're admitting you're not going to investigate the crime. You can't,
you're looking for nudes on her phone.
Yeah, come on.
It's unprofessional as fuck, man.
Man, this is just wild.
These are like the cases that make you really wonder about that. Like that 1 or 2% of people that they estimate are in prison that shouldn't be.
Sure.
Yeah. How often is shit like this happening that we don't hear about?
Right.
I love corrupt cops. I had some in Chappaquiddick too. They are the best.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Well, okay. I mean, I guess we could save all of our extra thoughts for next week. But
I've got a lot of extra thoughts, and I will share them with you next week. I'll be happy to share them with you.
Next week, we'll get into more evidence. What else? Turtle Boy. We'll talk about Turtle Boy. Butt dials. Turtle Boy kind of got himself in some trouble. I was reading about him. Yeah.
After the fact, you mean?
Yeah, some kind of some stuff he was saying.
I like turtles.
You mean he didn't get caught on one of those Preds TikToks or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Turtle Boy, looks like you're here to meet a 12-year-old boy for anal. Just trying to come out of my shell a little bit and meet new people.
Okay. It's be a jam-packed part 2. All right. Ian, anything else on part 1? Anything else you came across?
No, that's it.
All right. Dave, what do you got for us on Patreon?
I have some new patrons.
Let's talk about
them. Would you like to meet them?
Sure.
Hello, new patrons.
All right. See you next week.
Welcome to Ryan H., Chris Brim, Braden Medeiros, Katie Did Indeed, Autumn, Mike, Plant Your Seed in Me. That's an invitation. Chris Pointner, Levi Vierkant, CLS, Jackrabbit, Senior Chief Hugh Janus of the HMS Gash Destroyer. Guy's doing some work out there. Welcome aboard. Maddie B, Kamikaze Kara, James Mills, Amy, Christopher Govan, H. Penn, David Dorr, Stud the Gray knocked me up while Mike watched.
Damn, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I forgot about Stud. Patreon.com/Necronomipod.
D. Bell, Grandma Titty Bop. Remember Grandma Titty Bop? Ian probably doesn't remember Grandma Titty Bop because he was barely coherent during that episode.
Oh, that was Karen Reed stuff.
Catherine Knight.
Oh, Catherine.
Karen Reed was
Karen,
tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoops. Hit my vape hole too. Oh yeah, what was that? Isn't that what she called herself?
Yeah, did she flop her tit in the soup or something at the table?
What the
Grandma
fuck?
Titty Bop?
I don't remember any of
That's
this.
something else. Maybe I'm making that up.
I don't know.
I know it's something Grandma Titty Bop. No.
I don't remember it.
I don't know.
Regardless.
Xander Mims, Lindsay Leary, Marlena Lands, Maxie Paddington, Joshua Personette, and Tyla. Welcome, all new patrons. Please have a look around and enjoy yourself.
Did you get that one name? Maxie Paddington.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
They did all right. Okay. Ian, what do you got on your end? Anything else?
On Patreon, we just did a news episode. It's been a long time since we've done a news one.
Those
It's
are
got a
always
pretty
time.
crazy title. Everybody can see that on Spotify. That title's on there.
Dave
Whether
likes
you're
doing-
patron or not.
Dave likes doing news shows just to come up with those titles.
That's true.
That's a good one.
Herpes was had amongst Arby's eaters and workers.
That's
Yeah.
right. Ugh, that was disgusting.
But we got a good poll episode coming up this month. Wrestling show coming up this month as well.
That'll be a good one.
So big things coming up.
All right. Dave, anything else on your end?
No, sir.
Well, all
Just
right.
happy to be here.
Hey, that AC kicked off. It's getting a little stuffy. We
Is
got
it?
to land this
All right.
plane here. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod. Patreon.com/Necronomipod. Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and Necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.